everybody. I hear we have this lockdown for another few more weeks or months, so I think we ought to just get painting again. But the last time I showed you some Chinese brush painting, and I used a paper which is 70 pound, which is quite lightweight. And today it's going to be a paper which is hardier, and it's 140 pound watercolor paper. So what we're going to do is paint a few flowers, and I'm using a lot of Chinese white and some permanent magenta, which in fact is quite a nice pink. So the colors I have actually put into my palette now. So here we go. We're going to have a Chinese brush. Actually, I like Chinese brush, and I'm going to fill my Chinese brush with lots and lots of white, so that the background of my painting has more white than the magenta. So I've got a lot of white, and I'm going to go and dip that into my magenta. So just to paint a little bit of flower for you, just so that you can see. So what we're going to do is do a little crescent and put your brush down the other way and do the other side, and make sure there's a lot of white paper left. And as you can see, the next one, you leave some white paper and you paint around this. And you leave some white paper and you paint around that. Let's have some more colors, a bit more red. And then you can put your brush on and you paint around this. And do the same again. So you can see, you can actually form the center of the flower. And as you paint, leave a lot of white of the paper. And do the same again. And the same again. And then you leave some white of the paper and you do the next petal. So you can see the flower absolutely coming in front of your face, right? So let's have some more white. And dip that into your magenta. And you can see the magenta on the tip of the brush. And you can go into it. And then you leave a little bit of white. And you can come around just above it. So you can actually see the petal is formed with the white of the paint. And now you can actually start again. Put your brush there. And get a tiny bit more magenta and get into the groove here. And so forth. So you can build up a flower as big as you like, but if you want to make more of these, you just do the same thing. So you start with the magenta on the tip of your brush, and you can actually do another one, which is like so. Right? Now, this is going to take quite a long time. So basically, each flower had to be painted. So what I'm going to do is just show you a few strokes, and then you can actually do them at home when you have the time. And the whole idea is to make sure you leave a lot of white around, because each flower is made up of lots of petals ending in white. So what I'm going to do is show you another thing that I'm doing, which is to do with the peonies. And the peonies actually, again, has a lot of white. You can either do a peony which has got lots of white edges left, or a peony which has got lots of very pale petals. So what you will actually have to do is to make sure you get a lot of white in your brush, a lot of white in your brush, tip the end with the magenta, and you can actually start again from the center, because the center is always so nice to start. So again, you can have so you just simply keep building up your petals until you know where the flower is going to be. So having said that, I like to use much more white, and I leave a lot of space, and I would just go round and round and round, and you can actually go back in and put much more magenta in to fill the spaces that you want. So basically, you can do flowers in the same way for roses, for anything like tulips. If you want to make a tulip, you can actually do that. So a tulip will probably start from the bottom, and you will come up, and you will come up, and then you can fill it with a bit of red, which is here, and you can actually do a bit more. So you can see that is a tulips, and then of course you have the stalk, then you carry on. So in the same way with the peony, you find that you'll have the stalk. So what I'm now going to do is to put some water into my green. It doesn't matter if you've got pink into the green, because any color that is on your painting can go into the dark. So what I'm going to do is mix some dark colors and paint some leaves. Paint some leaves. I think, in fact, if you find that you can just do that, you can have some pretty good leaves. Good. Okay, so basically you can just do this at home and enjoy your painting. See you next time. Bye.